actually requested you to please take out your phones and put them on silent if you have them or turn them off. Thank you all so much for coming. So this is our world premiere weekend of Purple Daze. We opened last night, and we had a lot of fun with the show, so we're very excited you could all join us tonight. My name is Kelly. I'm the director and producer of the show. And, sorry, I'm just going to draw a blank on everything. We have a couple of special thank yous. Suspended Motion for letting us use this fabulous space. They do aerial silks here, so that's all the things you see up here in the air are aerial silks. We have classes a couple of times a week. And then we also, a special thank you to Sherry, the author, is with us tonight. This beautiful script to be able to perform for you all. And okay, I'm going to announce again at the end of the show. So, thank you once again all for coming. We really appreciate it. We are going to have book signings and autographs after the show, as well as whatever wine and stuff is left. So, all right, thank you again all for coming. We're about to start. Oh, we have some flashing lights. Sorry, just want to warn everybody. There's twice in the show where we have some fairly intensive flashing lights. So once those lights flash, you can cover your eyes for a second. They don't last that long. So again, thank you, thank you. Thank you all so much for coming to the show.
Oh, my love, my darling, I've hungered for your touch a long time.
It's 1965.
And My Fair Lady wins an Academy Award for Best Picture.
And President Johnson commits another 50,000 troops to the war in Vietnam.
And the Los Angeles Dodgers defeat the Minnesota Twins 4-3 in the World Series.
And Johnson raises a monthly draft call from 17,000 to 35,000.
And the Righteous Brothers hit #1 with Unchained Melody.
And Johnson says, "Nor will we bully, bluster, or flaunt our powers, but will not surrender, nor will we retreat."
Boys and girls play with fuzzy-haired troll dolls. Even Lady Bird Johnson has one. Four slumps on the front seat of a low-slung Pontiac. Cherry paint job. Cheryl pokes the ashtray for butt. Finds the keys. You want to go for a spin? I got one hand on the wheel and a Marlboro in the other, and we're jerking down Ventura Boulevard in second gear, and I'm yelling above Janis Joplin. Lincoln really finds out we stole his car. Cheryl drops the dashboard laughing because I don't have a learner's permit.
Grand Theft Auto.
As we tell the guy, we take a hitchhiking in front of the Woolworths. He turns pale, asks us to pull over. We couldn't stop now even if we tried.
So what if the guys joke about Ziggy? Stacked? What a rack. Tight sweaters look bitchin' on her. She puts out too. Even though her house has a choice view of the San Fernando Valley, and her dad's in a band that plays at Disneyland, if I ever see a shirt that says sluts rule, I'll buy it for her.
Guys only like me because they know I'll go all the way. It's the only reason Mickey takes me out. Bet you didn't think I knew that. Our high school doesn't have any black kids, not one. The girl that sits next to me in biology, she's a Chicana. She eats lunch at the science club, peanut butter on Wonder. She says if they bust any more Negroes, we'll transfer schools. Why? I asked. Because we'll use our toilets, she says, dissecting the frog.
The TV is full of stuff about rights. Civil rights, employee rights, black rights, women's rights. Let's say I don't know the girl's VP goes to my locker during social studies while we watch news clips of Vietnam sickened by body bags. Does that make it right?
Dad substitutes Juju Bees for Jim Beam. 5.5 days stone sober, wiping out his old record by 2 hours, 14 minutes. And with Mom split the first time. This time, Walter Cronkite's fault. Dad fills a water glass, neat, no ice. I've seen him like this before, when he's all fired up over the news.
Maybe we should go down there and pick up a few things.
From our 10-inch center, looks like it's snowing in Watts. Dad slaps at the rabbit ears. Looters cart off sofas and Frigidaires, a Magnicolor, Astrosonic stereo.
You still got your driver's license?
Bottles, rocks, and bricks fly upside down across the living room floor. I grab my keys, wishing I could drive out of this life forever.
2:40 a.m. Mickey's got one hand on the suicide now, mechanic Colt 45 on the other. Two wheels off the curb, taking out a fence.
Gonna get down the 405 freeway. You think natives lead like us?
Black is tar.
Shut up.
Hell, only kidding. Lights flash the sky like a world movie premiere. Smoke sticker too. Every ramp downtown is barricaded. I figure Cheryl wants me to tell Mick to ditch the whole damn thing, but he's going about 100 miles an hour. Besides, who knows we'll have another burn baby burn riot. Mick doesn't actually slow down until we pass the 106th Street exit. National Guard stand on a ramp, rifles, bayonets on their muzzles.
Bitch in uniforms, I punch into the fast lane and pull over to take a whiz.
34 people died in the Watts riots, 1,000 injured, 90 cops, 136 firemen, 10 guardsmen, 23 people from the government agencies, 773 civilians and protesters, 118 of the injuries from gunshot wounds.
Mr. Hawes gave everyone in class a notebook. He calls them free journals. Our homework this semester is to fill them with free writing. I love the word free. Free and easy, free to love, free spirit. Only there are rules in all of this freedom. Pens, no pencils, no ink eradicator. Once we put pen to paper, we must write nonstop for 20 minutes. Ink is like blood. Smearing my private feelings across all these clean white pages. Freedom, I write, is not truly free. There are strings attached, even if it is homework.
Bill got his draft notice. Marine. I tried to read it slowly, but the words all came at once.
You are hereby ordered for induction into the U.S. Armed Forces and to report to
Phil took me to the house of pancakes. I couldn't eat my Dutch baby. We smoked, drank black coffee, while I filled out a job application.
You were my first love, and to be my last love. I will never make it through. I'll be true to you in this whole
Man, those sneaky VC fight dirty enough. I'll be proud to be among the few, no better friend, no worse enemy, first to fight, a gung-ho grunt in the Marine Corps.
Less than 10 minutes till the world blows its top and I'm a friggin' virgin.
raggy rock and rollers weighing electric guitars, a sledgehammer rhythm on the radio, rooftops, stages, alleyways, a raucous beat, heaving patent leather feet into discotheques from sea to shining sea.
Whiskey a go-go, California. Risky a go-go, Texas. I'm not a go-go.
Carriage barely survives Pat Boone's White Bucks and Johnny Ray's histrionics when four Liverpool blokes take Ed Sullivan stage in shrinking suits, high-heeled boots, and sufficient hair to stuff an easy chair.
I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand.
To distinguish themselves from the Fab Four, the butch bluesy Rolling Stones are the band's parents love to hate. Mick's thick lips suggest how his nights are spent.
I can't get no.
Teens rarely touch each other while dancing, nor do they gaze into each other's eyes, yet sociologists view these orgiastic gyrations with horrification. Sick sex turned into a spectator sport. A Senate subcommittee is formed to investigate the link between rock and roll and juvenile delinquency.
Mr. Hawes asked every kid in class to come up with a topic we'd like to research because he doesn't think we spend enough time in the library. Doesn't have to be long, he says. Any ideas? How about an interesting quote?
Yeah, about war?
Today we're eating and peeling roasted chestnuts because we're reading Hemingway's memoir, A Movable Feast. Mr. Hawes talks with his mouth full, asks us to be more specific.
Old guys dreaming up wars so our boyfriends and brothers get shot. Specific enough?
My mom, she doesn't even let me shave my legs, so I bought an industrial cream in a jar. I'm not supposed to pluck my eyebrows either, so I borrowed her ladyship to use in peeling the stubble. Ziggy says that it's just going to grow back thicker, and if I keep it up, I'm going to have a mustache in between my eyes for prom.
One understands why I volunteer for extra shifts at work. Why I signed up for that night class, Psych 101. Why I wasted tips painting my roast salmon and then bought a gallon of Raven because all that fleshy paint left me too vulnerable. Not much time to write. Too much time to think. Shrapnel rockets through my brain, ricocheting off of school, work. Boom. Is God going to spare PFC Phillips V. Rose because I want him to?
She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride, and she don't care.
Ziggy's been depressed ever since Mickey enlisted in the Navy. See the world and ditch your dad.
But what if he gets sent to Nam?
The ships, they don't go to the demilitarized zone. It's on land. No problem getting a room. The Akuaku Hotel. I just wear a tank top. Don and Cheryl are making out on the bed, and I'm in the bathroom, smoking a joint, thinking I could be married to Mickey right now. Picket fence, station wagon, babies, babies, babies. I ruined a tube of slut red lipstick writing a poem on the mirror.
Graveyards and headstones are merely a lie. People never live, therefore they can't die.
Instead of signing my name, I build a Kleenex bonfire and go blurry when white turns black. Dawn's hot breath in my ear, please move near. I want you everywhere. His whispers inside and out. This bra fastens in the front. The DJ on KHJM shouts in the motel room.
Another hit from the Supremes.
Or shop room sing. Stop in the name of love.
Dear Cheryl, you'll never guess what I had to do last night. I had to wash everybody's sailor's hat. That's 80 hats. Took me 4.5 hours. Just because I didn't tell the CC that we were out of soap. I can't wait to get out of here. Love, Mickey. P.S. Ziggy's letters, they're all the same. She doesn't stop talking about our future. I'm going to dump her.
Love is a losing game. One I wish I never played. Gamblers never win.
Dear Cheryl, it's been 14 days since I heard from Nancy, so for the last few days I've been saving my thoughts for you. I'm at an outpost, and so is a damn near dead Vietnamese farmer. He stepped on a landmine near his hut. Now his intestines are feeding flies. The choppers that I used for evacuation are out picking up dead and wounded grunts from a recon patrol ambushed 2 hours ago. A Marine came back with an ear tucked inside an M&M wrapper, later speared it on the antenna of his Jeep. Life is cheap here. right and wrong. Must be talking to someone else. P.S. I'm off on a nature hike. All canopy, no light.
Dear Dawn, last week we landed at a small island where the native women were topless. Man, you should have heard the cheers from the ship. The chaplain passed out Navy t-shirts. But here's the kicker. The women just cut holes in the front for their boobs. No kidding. P.S. Let me know if you're not going to write back so I can stop wasting government stationery.
I hold everything in. Maybe if I get high enough, I can clear my head. Maybe then I can blink without seeing Mick's flat top, velvet freckles, tissue skin. And then I'm thinking about him again. Little heartbeat bombs. My feet collect grit, counting the steps to Dawn's house 3 blocks away. I tap on the window, choking back smoky giggles. What you got? Let me in.
Making lover.
I know, it was just that.
She tapped on my window.
You didn't have to open it.
She was stoned.
She's my best friend. Was.
I don't love her, Cheryl.
I'll never forgive you. Ever. My motel sign? Vacancy. His, I love you, but I slept with your best friend. Yeah, that doesn't really mesh with my idea of love. So I take a pen and I'm holding it like a dagger over my journal and I'm slashing the page with confetti and I'm ripping it out and I'm tossing into the toilet and I'm flushing away. I'm starting over, writing to Don, telling him how he had branded my heart and how I'll never forgive him for what he did. And then I take it out and I throw it in the toilet and I flush him away.
Dear Cheryl, my sister sent a present with her last letter, a stuffed duck. We named him Daffy. He's our unofficial mascot. You ought to see these salt-dripping, haggard ragtags having conversations with Daffy. He wears a helmet, crushed beer can, and jungle fatigues, woven razor grass. Captain donated a soggy cigar. Love you, Phil. P.S. We're having Spam for Thanksgiving. Probably left over from World War I.
Tonight, our professor is lecturing on navigating life through enlightenment, explaining that it's possible to be enlightened without spending 100 years in a monastery. He says that according to existentialists, most problems stem from worrying about the past or the future. I worry, still worry about Phil. Maybe I never loved him as much as he loved me. Why did I stop writing it?
Dear Cheryl, we started packing maxi pads in our helmets to plug sucking chest wounds. Another thing, war flicks don't know shit about dying. No one staggers in slow motion, crying, "Mama!" They drop like puppets, with their strings cut, off. I never prayed before I came here. Love, Phil. P.S. My M16's chipped, cracked, metal parts worn through the bluing because it never leaves my side. P.P.S. 45's rusted shut. Yo-Yo can still walk the dog, though.
I'm lipstick, nail polish, mascara. A short spot package people buy without ever looking inside. free verse, Mr. Hodgepodge.
Arlo Guthrie, son of folk singer Woody Guthrie, and a friend haul trash to the city dump. Discovering it had closed for Thanksgiving, they tossed that trash down a hill. The pair is arrested, plead guilty, pay a $25 fine, and clean up the mess. Alice's Restaurant Massacre evolves into a satirical 18-minute talk song that records the events. Who says you can't get anything you want?
Dear Cheryl, Mama mined it. Wrapped a bomb in a baby in a blanket. Blew 2 grunts to smithereens. Whoever heard of a baby booby trap? Captain says we're fighting commies, so our sons and daughters can crap in a flush toilet. All I want to do is make it home in one piece, and make babies, and live a quiet life in a time and place without war. Love, Phil. P.S. I hope I never get used to this.
It's just unreal. Like Hollywood actors or photos in a newspaper or movie, although I know that's not true. But it just seems easier, safer to think of them as just fake soldiers touched up with makeup, red dry blood. It is easier, was easier to just think of war as a movie. Although I know that's not true. Not really, because, well, Phil's real and his letters are real, and I just wish I'd been paying more attention to all the Phils on the newspaper. And so I decided that I'm going to spend 6 months of my allowance, and I'm going to buy books with tickets to Disneyland and rip out all the e-tickets for Phil.
Dear Cheryl, don't tear this up, please. I'll do anything if you'll just forgive me. Anything. I'm on my knees begging. I love you so much I can't eat or sleep. All I think about is holding you. I look for you every day, before and after school, in between classes, during nutrition, at lunch. Has your mom told you I've called? Like a million times. I love you more today than ever. P.S. Are you still pen pals with Nick and Phil?
Love is like sticking your car keys in your pocket with your sunglasses and thinking you're not going to get scratched.
Dear Cheryl, there are 2 types of warriors here, classified by drugs. Drunks destruct in alcohol, fighting amongst themselves. Potheads rely on marijuana, peaceful and agreeable. You can tell a head by their smokes. Never flip-top boxes, always soft packs. I carry a pack in my shirt pocket, lighting up here, there, everywhere. Miss you, Bill. P.S. Just finished The Carpetbaggers, first classic I ever read.
The first anti-war demonstration to receive front-page exposure on the New York Times is planned by an unknown organization, Students for a Democratic Society. 25,000 beards, blue jeans, icy tweeds, the occasional clerical collar, marched on Washington, D.C., singing.
We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. We'll walk hand in hand. We'll walk hand in hand. We'll walk hand in hand someday.
Thousands bore anti-war signs.
Daze and the war!
2 a.m., December 25th. Me and Gunther have guard duty in the tower. A mini hooch without the screen. 20-foot high platform, permanent target duty. Mortars propelled from some gook hooch. Our Christmas toys light up everything, moving or not. M18 Claymore mines, steel ball-bearing shrapnel, illumination flares, mini shoots, raining light, tracer rounds, ribbons of chrome orange metal. Hueys roll in, fighter pilots in helmets, shorts, Zoris, annihilate the place. Rat-a-tat-tat, chaos.
Dear Cheryl, I want you to know that I don't know why I did it. It wasn't for Mickey or John. And it wasn't for me. Because I'm nothing, and this proves it. Because only a nothing would do to her best friend what I did to you.
Dear Cheryl, first off, on the way back from Bermuda, I got caught sleeping on watch. Then, I got busted for fighting in the chow line. Was taken straight up to the executive officer's stateroom, where he said, "This is it, sailor, no more chances." Then, I got busted for drinking on a phony ID. Spent the night in jail. Next morning, I ended up right back up here. Guess I won't be getting liberty for a while. Love, Mickey. P.S. My new girlfriend says that I'm a godless alcoholic, and that slays me.
I keep having this dream. A short, sharp sound. When I turn, a squat brown boy jabs a gun in my gut. He swings the butt at my head. I empty a clip in his face. Bones fly, chip by chip, a tooth. Another round of shoot-a-gook. I wake up sweating blood. God forgive us.
Phil's a knob. Not Nancy, not Ziggy, not me. Why? Anatomy? Does that make him expendable? Who hasn't said, "I wish he was dead"? Man enough to kill. If words were bullets, Don would be pushing up daisies. Bang, bang! He's history.
Darwin date. White powder buffers a tiny pink pill inside a red and white capsule. Infirmary prescribes them instead of aspirin. Supposed to be better for our guts, since we drink like fish and eat street crack. I split the holes pretty in pink. She slips into a red, white, and blue-edged envelope. I free her with my tongue, chase her down with warm beer. A perfect girlfriend who knows how to take my mind off everything that's happening here.
Professor James is brandishing a brill lecturing on the general unhappiness of women in society. He says that movies and television, newspapers and magazines, schools, and even our parents are manipulating us into thinking that housewife is synonymous with occupation.
Women are victims of a false belief system that expects them to find meaning in their lives through their husbands and raising children. Any 8-year-old can do housework. Who wants to read it?
Something gets his arm at the elbow, gets a funny little wave, like a flax flute. Watching his hand fall on the ground, he looks like he's dropped his only glove. Head down, he mutters, and then he passes out, reading back. Medic! Tourniquet! Morphine! Cold blood! I grab a hold of him. My hands clenched to the fist. He squeezes back, holding on, still alive.
Dust off complete. 19 minutes. Marine dies over rice paddy.
I can't get out of bed. I'm strangling in sheets soaked with tears, drool, snot, screaming louder than I did when Daddy died, and I wore white gloves like Carolyn Kennedy did at her father's funeral. And I'm crying over Daddy and Gunther, and I can't even imagine how Phil feels. And I'm just tearing at my pillow until my fingers are raw and I'm just numb inside, just trying to understand.
How can someone bleed to death in 19 minutes?
Norman Morrison, a devout Quaker and father of 3 young children, pours kerosene over his head and lights himself on fire outside the Secretary of Defense Robert McNamara's office in the Pentagon in an act of self-sacrifice to protest the U.S. involvement in the Vietnam War.
I told my parents I'm spending the night at Cheryl's house, but really I'm taking a bus to Berkeley to join thousands of protesters. My suitcase is filled with rag dolls I made out of socks in red, white, and blue. The Uncle Sam hats are cut from cardboard.
I want you!
And Professor James says he'll dress as a soldier from the American Revolutionary War and will march behind coffins filled with copies of the Declaration of Independence.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
I'll burn my rag dolls standing with draftees burning induction orders and draft cards. Hell no, we won't go. No one knows what we're fighting for. Hell no, we won't go. No one knows what we're fighting for. Hell no, we won't go. No one knows what we're fighting for. Hell no, we won't go. No one knows what we're fighting for. Hell no, we won't go. No one knows what we're fighting for. Hell no, we won't go. No one knows what we're fighting for.
Dear Cheryl, Sarge just strolled in, told me to get my gear together. The truck's leaving for the airport in 30 minutes. He snatched my M16, walked out, not another word. I'm gone! I'm coming home, baby!
I'm wigging out over Dr. Kildare and that dimple in his chin and those almond-shaped eyes. He's humming the theme songs, 3 stars will shine tonight. Ziggy storms in like the good old days, Harrington rollers.
Bob Dylan crashed his motorcycle. Critical condition concussion.
We stopped listening to his album Highway 61 Revisited. Takes a lot to laugh, takes a train to cry. I unpin her rollers, brush her hair, she irons mine.
Go cruising.
beach rack boulevard, flirting with bleach bomb servers in the Woody. Ziggy peels out and ditches them for Bob, Big Boy, and cranking up the 11 spoonful. Confident you can't seem to find how to get upstairs into this floor your heart. We share a banana split, celebrating 2 hours and 43 minutes without talking about the two you-know-whos. Who needs them?
It's 1966.
And The Valley of the Dolls by Jack and Suzanne breaks book-selling records.
And Johnson says that to know war is to know that there is still true madness in this world.
The Beatles top the charts. We can work it out.
And President Johnson doubles the troop size in Vietnam to 400,000.
And correspondent Bill Rowley travels with the patrol in Vietnam, giving a vivid account. GIs holding rifles above their heads. One just fell.
And 80,000 Americans are killed or wounded in Vietnam.
And the president's daughter, Daze Johnson, gets married with a 13-tier, 200-pound cake decorated with swans.
And Captain Kangaroo is the only live-action show on TV.
He fights with missiles and with spears. He's all of 31 and he's only 17.